ready to rock.
What is good? What is up? It's Jordan or Texans Thoughts, and I'm back with another live stream. It's been a minute. How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing good. What's good, my boy Matt? What's good, Michael? How's everyone's Thursday evening going? I hope y'all had a good day. Hope y'all had a good week. And today we got a few things on the menu. We're gonna, of course, go through the schedule that got released yesterday, 2021 schedule, and then we'll look at, rookie minicamp is this weekend. We'll talk about some Deshaun trade stuff because I think some interesting things have happened in this past week. And then we'll be out of here. But how's everyone doing? Eden is here. Jason is here. What's good? I'm doing all right. I had an interesting day. Went with my girlfriend to court today for a traffic thing. Stupid cop pulled her over and said she didn't have a license, but she did have a license, and there's just this whole thing. And luckily, she avoided a $300 fine. But that was a mess for sure. But I'm doing better now because I'm with y'all, and we get to talk Texans. And so first on the menu, let's look at how's it hanging, Joey. I'm alright. How you doing? Let's look at what we're here. Oh, that's not. Y'all can't see nothing. Give me a second. There we go. All right. So what we're gonna look at is the Houston Texans 2021 schedule. And so we're gonna kind of, I think it's early in the process to really predict wins and losses, but of course you can still do it. Of course you still want to do it, and I understand that people want to do it. I think it's a bit early because there's so much going on with this team, so much turnover, so many new coaches, so many different schemes that can change that we don't really know yet, so many players that we don't even know who's starting where, so much competition that Nick has created that it's hard to get a grasp on what this team's really gonna look like. But with that being said, we can still do our best to predict what the hell is going to happen this season. So I wanted to start with, how does this look for y'all? How's that look? That looks fine. All right, 2021 schedule, week 1. We start versus the Jaguars. I believe it's at home. Is that right? Are we at home? I believe so. But, hey, man, if there's going to be a game that we're going to win this year, we got to win one of these Jaguars games, at very least. I mean, come on. So I think we could start off hot, honestly, this season versus the Jaguars and at least get a dub there. I think it's interesting because both teams are going through a head coach change. Both teams are going through a starting quarterback change and a lot of just roster turnover overall. So whoever wins this game is going to be, it's a good indictment on, which coach can get their team ready better, Urban Meyer or David Culley. So I think that's going to be something to look out for. I think Trevor Lawrence, first game of the season, man, it could look ugly for him. And I know our defense isn't nothing crazy, but if there's any game for our defense to look good, this is the game. So I see the Jaguars as a potential dub, but I want to hear from y'all. You got a dub or you got an L for the Texans? That's what we're going to do for every single game, all 17 games. Dub or L in the chat, week 1 versus the Jaguars. W or an L? I want to know what y'all think, because that's what this is all about. I'm just one person, but I want to hear from y'all. Beige is in the building. Tyler's in the building. Tyler says 3-14. Beige says 5-12. Joe Tato says 4-12. George says 1-0 because it's a dub versus the Jags. Beige says it's a dub. My boy Jason, they said we're winning 3 games. Hey, we might just win 3 games, but we gonna be the best damn 3-win team the NFL has ever seen. All right. All right. Jacob, the Houston Sports Pod, says dub. Joe Tato says dub. Tyler, Beige, Julian, everyone's saying dub. And we got the confidence versus the Jags. I love it. I love to see it. I agree, man. I think it could be a dub. I think we're definitely going to at least take one of those Jags games, man. So, Yo said dub, but we lose the next matchup as Lawrence get adjusted. That could be the thing. That could be the thing. Rookie quarterback, man. First game of the season. The odds of him looking good in a new offensive system that the entire rest of the offense has to learn, that's going to be tough, right? So with that sense, we have a little bit more continuity where, Tim Kelly already has his system here. There are some bets here, guys like Brandon Cooks, guys like Laramie Tunsil, David Johnson, Titus Howard can help the other guys, learn the system. So we'll be a little bit better there. Dub. Let's go. Joey says, can I live in a world where we have Deshaun Watson? We'll get to that later in the stream. We will. But, Not looking great. Not looking great. All right, week 1. We're saying it's a dub. I like it. Week 2 versus the Browns at the Browns. This is going to be an interesting game because I think the Browns are, the Browns did a good job of unbrownsing. They've always been basement dwellers of the NFL, joke of the NFL. But, you hire a good GM, you hire a solid coach, and they've really turned it around. So good for them. They built a good defense. Baker seems like he's on the upward trajectory. They've made his job easy by giving him a run game. I think the Browns are an underrated team. You look at the defensive additions that they've made this year, signing safety John Johnson, drafting cornerback in the first round, Greg Newsome, getting Jadeveon Clowney, getting JOK as a linebacker. I mean, they added some guys on defense. Now we got to see them put it together, but I'm not as confident in us beating the Browns as I would be in years past, and it sucks to say that. It really does, but I mean, 2021 isn't our year where we're expecting to go all the way. We're expecting to make the playoffs. We're expecting to win more than 6-ish games, around that, right? Realistically, let's not expect more than that. So it's fine. So week 2 with the Browns, I got an L. What do you guys got? You got a dub or you got an L? I think it being in Cleveland is another disadvantage. Their run game, man. We have yet to really see our run defense been strengthened. And that's been our worst issue last season on defense. Run defense. Couldn't stop nobody. So Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, man, their offensive line, it stayed the same. It's still strong as hell. Man, that's going to be tough to stop. It is. It is for sure. Cannot lie. What y'all thinking? Let's see what y'all saying in the chat. Jacob says L. Joe Tato says L. Jake, Tyler L. Julian L. Yeah. Okay, Joris believes. Joris is the one believer with the dub. Beige says it perfectly, though. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, man. It's free. It don't hurt nobody. It don't hurt nobody. These are winnable games. Believe it or not, it depends on how quick our guys build chemistry and learn the new system. And that's exactly a major point I want to make, my guy. There are so many variables to this Houston Texans team. New head coach, new starting quarterback, new defensive coordinator who hasn't been in the NFL for multiple years. So much roster turnover. We have signed the most amount of players in the NFL. So much roster turnover that is going to take time to, number one, learn the new schemes, number two, mesh with their teammates, and so that it can look like a good product on the field. That takes time. It's an underrated variable. And so I think that makes the Texans have really high variance between, they could swing from 2 wins, they could swing to potentially 6, maybe 7 wins, right? So I hear where you're coming from, my guy. Typically that stuff takes some time to build, but I mean, if they do build it quickly, you're right. There's enough veterans on this team who are hungry, who are trying to go prove themselves, trying to go set themselves up for another contract, that they are going to be playing their best ball. So it'll be interesting. Hey, we got George in the building. George, you trying to call in later after I go through these 16 games and give me your overall thoughts? Because you're a team leader, and that's what team leaders get to do. I believe in Joris. All right. So we got mainly L's for Cleveland, but a few believers. I like it. Week 2 versus the Browns. So we said week 1 versus the Jags, week 2 at Browns, week 3 versus the Panthers. Thursday night football. I believe this is our only Thursday night game. It's our only real primetime game. I think all the other ones are noon, and then there's a couple, maybe 2 or 3 at 3 p.m. But week 3 versus the Panthers, man, that's going to be tough. The Panthers game, for the Panthers in particular, I think this is a very winnable game because, number one, the Panthers, from a scheduling standpoint, they're at a disadvantage. Traveling to a team on a Thursday night game, you just played your Sunday game, and in 4 games you got to go travel to Houston. That's tiring, man. It's tough to, it really speaks to coaching to get that team prepared. And I think Matt Rule's a hell of a coach, but it's tough. They're at a disadvantage for sure. So then you look at the rosters. I mean, this all comes down to Sam Darnold, man. How Sam Darnold looks in those first 2 weeks is really going to decide it. If he looks like the Sam Darnold out of USC that people wanted to take him with the top 3 pick, man, it's a tough game because that Panthers defense is looking great. They've got weapons on offense. Everyone loves Joe Brady. So it's tough. But if he looks like Jets Sam Darnold, I mean, this is a dub in my opinion. This is a dub. If he looks like Jets Sam Darnold, I'm not scared of that offense anymore. All right? So What I would early predict right now, just because we don't know so much about how they're gonna look, I'm gonna say the Texans take the dub on this one, man. I'm gonna say I think Thursday night we got the advantage with them coming here on a short week. Yes, we have a short week as well, but we're at home, so I got a dub. What y'all got? What y'all got? I think there's still a young team. I think there's still a team that they're also going through adding a lot of different starters, a lot of different moving pieces that they got to coach up. So there's some turnover there that will slow their chemistry down as well. I think it'll take Sam some time to connect with Brady, all of his weapons, McCaffrey, Anderson, Moore, Marshall now. Let's see what y'all got. Let's see what y'all got. Dub, 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 dub. Okay, y'all are confident. Y'all are confident. Okay, George says, let's do it. All right, after I get through these games, let's do it, my guy. All right, y'all are confident versus the Panthers. I like it. I think it could be tough depending on how Darnold looks, but I like our chances, man. All right, week 4 at the Bills. It's tough. It's tough, not going to lie. Bills, they proved they're one of the, top contenders in the AFC last year. Josh Allen is legit. I think he takes another step in his development. He still got Brian Daboll with him. He still got all his weapons. They added another guy who I'm forgetting off the top of my head now, and they improved their offensive line. So their offense is tough to beat. Any game at Buffalo is always tough. Luckily, we get to avoid the bad weather. Luckily, we're not going too late, where it's December, late November, and it's ugly. But I'm gonna say this is an L, man. I'm gonna say this is an L. I think they're a more proven team. They're around the elites of the AFC. They're better on offense than us. They're better on defense than us. They have more proven coaches than us. It's hard to admit it. I hate to admit it. I want to say every single game is a win. I want to say we'll go 17-0, but losses are going to happen, man. So we said 1 win versus the Jags, 1 loss versus the Browns, 1 win versus the Panthers, and then a little loss for the Bills. We start off 2-2. I ain't too mad at that, man. That's not bad at all. 2-2 start. What y'all think? What y'all think? L's. Yeah, probably lose by 17. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a blowout, man. I would not be surprised. I can't speak. Ooh, it's Shaquille though. He says it's a dub. He believes in these Texans. I love it. I love the positivity. Respect to you. It's a tough game, man. If we beat them, we going crazy. Week 5 versus the Patriots. I think this is a very winnable game. We're at home. And this is going to be kind of the same thing that I said for Sam Darnold. It depends how Mac Jones looks. Week 5, maybe he's starting to get his footing. Maybe Belichick has really turned him into something. But I think as much as people kind of thought that, oh, look, Patriots are getting Mac Jones. Like, this is a problem, right? He could be the next type of Brady type of guy, right? I don't think Mac Jones fits the Patriots too well, honestly. What their system likes to do, their rhythm, quick game passing, very much just pure dropbacks off of a power run game. That's not what Mac Jones was great at Alabama. Steve Sarkisian, the OC for Alabama, he was really good at scheming up RPOs and play actions for them. So if the Patriots, they can adjust their scheme to fit Mac Jones better and what he likes to do, they could be something, man, because their defense, they're going to get some guys back who opted out last year, so it'll be a different team. They'll put up a fight. I think this will definitely be a close game. I think it'll be a single score game. If Mac Jones is firing all cylinders, if the Patriots have adjusted their scheme for him, this could be an L. A close L, maybe by a field goal. If that hasn't happened, though, and if Mac Jones looks like a rookie, it could be a dub by a field goal, right? So it's tough to say. Very winnable game, don't get me wrong. I'm on the fence on this one, man. Even when I first saw the schedule, I didn't know for sure if they would win or lose this game. It's so hard to tell. It's at home. I'm gonna say an L for us, just because I think it's so early for us in this process. We don't know a lot of things. We don't know who's gonna be starting in a lot of key areas, especially on defense, especially on the offensive line. So I'm gonna say an L here. I think we've gotten the Patriots number. Feels like one too many times recently, so probably an L coming. Let's see what y'all I bet y'all thinking of a dub, though. Dub, L's. Okay, it's mixed. It's mixed. I see some dubs, I see some L's. Mainly dubs, though. Alright. Beige says dub 3 and 2. Tyler says L. George says L. Sometimes we do lose winnable games, so I'm going to say L. That's the thing. So every NFL team loses winnable games. You honestly think Mac Jones starting over Cam? I mean, 5 weeks into the season, I feel like you might as well at that point. Marvin is in the building. Everyone say hi, Marvin. Everyone say hi to Marvin. He says, watch out for the Texans this season. They could surprise some people. I hope so, Marvin. I hope so. I hope we go to the Super Bowl. I would love that. Your boy is in the house. We got Marvin in the house. Let's go. I think Mac Jones would probably start over Cam by week 5. I think they would. I mean, what's the point in them? People like to say that Cam is, or not Cam, Mac Jones is pro ready. So start him. Oh, we got Jerome in the building. He says for $7. He says we're going to be better than people think this season. Not amazing, but we'll win more than people think. Hey, we're already going through the season, man. I can already see 3 wins through the first 5 games. Predicting 2, but I can very easily see 3. Yes, sir. Y'all greeting Marvin like the GOAT that he is. Cam going to the Pro Bowl this year. Damn, you a Pats fan? or is this just a Cam burner? God damn. Dub for Jerome. Yes, sir. Definitely. Thank you, my guy. Thank you for those $7. I think there's a chance, man. If everything clicks, man. If everything clicks, we can for sure be better. There's just a lot of variables. That's all I've been saying. But if it all clicks, man. Ooh. We got some hungry vets out here. We got guys who want to prove themselves, man. Lovie Smith wants to prove he can hang in the NFL. Tim Kelly wants to prove that he can distance himself from the cancer that is Bill O'Brien. David Culley wants to prove that he deserves this job. So hopefully we get the best of it. All right, so for me personally, I'm saying we're 2 and 3 at this point. Travel to the Colts. This is tough, man. This is tough. Look, division games are usually always going to be close. So I don't think we'll be like out of this game by any means. But at Indianapolis, the Colts are a better overall team. I don't think anyone's going to argue that. They have better coaching. The only way I see us winning this game, if Carson Wentz looks like recent Carson Wentz, like a bust, right? And I think that's very possible. I think he's a lot more flawed than, his trade compensation showed. Like the Colts traded kind of a lot to go get him, a second and potential, I think it was a second, a third, and a potential first, something like that. But he's got a lot of flaws. He's got a lot of things to fix up. Now he is reuniting with Frank Reich, who they won a Super Bowl together, so hopefully he can get the best out of him. But I don't know, man. If Wentz looks like he did last year, this is a winnable game for sure. I'm going to say, though, the game at Indianapolis, I'm going to say we're going to take the L on this one. So I think we're going to be 2 and 4 up until this point. What y'all thinking? I already saw some dubs in the chat before y'all even let me get to the Colts. But let's see. L. Okay. Y'all are with it. Okay. I know it's Shaquille is a diehard Houston Texans fan. I love that. L, and I hate it for myself. Fuck the Colts. Yes. Let's not forget. Fuck the Colts. Let's not forget it. But we might take an L here. There's probably a good chance we get an L here. Close dub. We will lose to them at home. But close. Oh, you think we're gonna take the road game, George, or Jorge? I don't know how to pronounce that one. FTC indeed. Yes, sir. Y'all know the deal by now. FTC. It is what it is. All right, 2 and 4. I think, in my opinion. Week 7 at the Cardinals. This is going to be, one of the most, I feel like emotional games for Texans fans for sure this season versus the Cardinals. We're going into their stadium, and we got to see DeAndre Hopkins. We got to see J.J. Watt. In jerseys, they just shouldn't damn be in, man. They just shouldn't damn be in. They should be in battle red, not fucking Arizona red, whatever that color is. Disgusting. But it is what it is. We got to move on. They're not on the team no more, and that is what it is. It's okay. So do I think we're going to win this game? Honestly, I don't think we have very good chances. I honestly don't. In Arizona. Better quarterback, better offense. Defense, they're young. They've got room to improve. They're pretty unproven, so we could put some points up on them, especially in terms of run defense. Their run defense ain't that great. If our run game can get going here, just pound the trenches, ball control offense, keep it out of Kyler Murray's hand. That's kind of the formula to winning, in my opinion. Get some turnovers on defense, but man, if I'm a betting man, Texans taking it out here, man. I think the Cardinals are a team on the rise. I think Cliff and Kyler are going to be taking that next step because they're back. Cliff's back is kind of against the wall. People are not liking what he's been drawing up, and I know it's early in his kind of era to say that his back's against the wall, but people are not happy with him, man. So I think he's going to take that next step in his coaching development and put all the pieces together and yield a good team. But let's see what y'all thinking. I would love for us to win this game. I would absolutely love for us to win this game. Dubs. Y'all got dubs. Okay. Y'all are confident. Y'all are thinking we're like 5-3 or something. 5-2 or something like that. 4-3, I think y'all think. At this point, dubs. Marvin says dub. Hey, Marvin says dub. Must be a dub then. Tyler says an L. Then Hopkins will say a bunch of corny shit all on Twitter. Probably. That man still got us. We're still living in that man's head rent free, y'all. God damn. Beige says gonna say L due to a road game. Yeah, I think that's gonna make it a tough battle. James says L. D-Hop and JJ are gonna go crazy. It wouldn't. Nah, JJ ain't going crazy. Not on Tunsil and Titus. Unless they move him inside. Yeah, he'd probably go crazy. But not on Tunsil and Titus. I was watching Titus Howard the other day for the scouting academy that I'm doing, and god damn, that guy is good. God damn, he's so good. He's so naturally good, and he's good, but he's so damn raw. Like, he's just out athleting people, out muscling people out there, not playing with the best technique most of the time, but he's still winning reps. And so you get him an offensive line coach that knows what the hell he's doing, James Campen, over Mike Devlin. Oh, God, just watch out for Titus Howard, y'all. He's going to be great. He's going to be great with proper coaching. Isaiah Dougherty says, hey, Jordan, do you think we're going to end up keeping Damon Hazleton and Marlon Williams as UDFA's wide receivers? I don't think so, personally. I didn't love either of their games too much coming out of college. And I think there's just so many veteran wide receivers that we have right now that are... It's tough for a UDFA to make the team over those guys, especially with Nick showing that he prioritizes competition, and the best man for the job is going to win the job. So these 6, 7, 8 year vets are going to be better than an undrafted free agent. It's not impossible, but I put the chance at probably 5-10% that they make a team, unfortunately. But let's get into the rest of the schedule here. Going to week 8, we got the Rams coming to Houston. This will be a really fun game, man. This will be a really fun game to watch. The Rams are a team that, they paid a big price to go get Matthew Stafford, to go try and be the elite in the NFC. They're tired of Jared Goff's ass. They're like, he ain't winning us rings. Let's go get Matthew Stafford. And I think that's a move that has very big ceiling. Like, they've got a high ceiling now, I think they do have a Super Bowl ceiling with Matthew Stafford. That defense is still nasty. They're going to take a step back, in my opinion, with losing Brandon Staley, but they got Raheem Morris from the Falcons, who he was running that Falcons team well. So, man, if he can use Donald and Ramsey well, I think it's going to be an L, man. Unfortunately, Rams are still a good team. I think they get lost in the mix a little bit, but they're a tough team to beat, man. They really are. Fortunately, I think that's going to be an L. What y'all think? Put in the chat, though. Dub or L? Los Angeles Rams, man. Whew. How do I... Week 8. Week 8, we should be, hitting our stride. How I said that, it could take us some time to put the pieces together. Week 8 is when we should hopefully be hitting our stride. But, man, it's still a tough game nonetheless. A couple L's by a last-second field goal. Beige got a dub. Beige's confidence to F the Rams. Jacob says close L, but would not be surprised if we get the dub. Rams will crush us 38-10. L by a blowout, just being honest. Jared Goff beat us 33-7 in 2017. Shaquille says, you already know what's coming from Shaquille. He says L. Sam says L. Shaquille says dub. James Williams says, we're going to shock everyone and pull off the dub. It's going to be like the Jets and the Rams last year. Hey, man, I don't think any of these games are, really you can never go into a game thinking that, oh, we got no chance. Oh, they're going to blow us out, you know? So there's a possibility, man. Anything can happen in the NFL. Any team can beat any team. Any team can lose to any team. That's how the NFL is, man. That's kind of the beauty of it. I see some dubs. I see some L's. It was a bit mixed. Probably, 60-40 L dub. Not bad. Not bad. I kind of forgot where I'm at in our record, so I'm going to restart it from the beginning and give y'all my breakdown.
We are ready to rock in Houston.
Just tuning in. Week 1 for Jags. I said dub. I said dub. Browns, I said an L, so 1-1. Panthers, I said an L. Did I say an L? I think I said an L. So 1-2. Bills, I said L. 1-3. Nah, I said dub for the Panthers, didn't I? I think 2-2 going to the Patriots. Okay, 2-3. Actually, I'll probably switch those. I'll say we beat the Patriots, we lose to the Bills. So 2-3 going to the Colts. 2-4 after the Colts. 2-5 after the Cardinals. 2-6 after the Rams. All right. All right, week 9 at the Dolphins. This is going to be an interesting game, especially if something happens. If someone is traded, definitely be an interesting game, man. A lot can change. A lot can change with the outlook of this game. As currently constructed, though, the Dolphins are still a very good team, and their defense is playoff caliber. I mean, that shit carried them last year. And the offense, they had a lot of problems on offense. Tua, everyone was roasting Tua for not looking good, but the offense was not built for him. There's no protection on the offensive line. His weapons were not tailored to how he likes to throw to guys. Now you add Fuller, you add Jalen Waddle. They improved the offensive line a little bit. They got another stud defensive end in Jalen Phillips to even boost that defense even more. They're a scary team, man. They're a scary team. I think they're definitely probably going to win that division. And I think it's going to be an L, especially on the road. I think it will. So I think that's going to drop us to 2-7, 2-8. I already lost count. I'm horrible at this. I'm horrible at counting. Oh, Christopher McCoy. Welcome to the TexansThoughts team. I feel like you were already a team member, or am I just tripping? I can't remember. Off the top of my head. We got over 80 team members. Christopher, thank you for joining, though, my guy. Unless you were just re-upping. I think you were just re-upping, right? I might be tripping. Let me know. Isaiah says, we'll be going into our bye really strong and confident. Dub. George says that Deshaun probably back by week 8. Dub. That's an interesting thing. Y'all think he's staying? Y'all think he could stay? I think it's a small possibility, but I wouldn't rule it out. Welcome, Christopher, to his breakout game. I was changed banks. I had a feeling. You were already a team member. I remembered. Like, I know that name. But yeah, I appreciate you sticking on, my guy. I appreciate it. Dub. Tua will throw. Week 9, I said 2-7. All right, Joris. Thank you for that. Your boy can't count to save his life. Save his damn life. You'd think I'd be better. Thoughts. Week 10, a bye. We get to chill. Going into the bye, we're 2-7 now. At the Titans. It's tough, man. It's tough. Titans, they took a lot of hits, man. Lost Arthur Smith. Lost Jonnu Smith. Lost Corey Davis. Lost their starting nose tackle. Lost, I think, their right tackle as well. Lost their 2 starting cornerbacks in Malcolm Butler and Adoree Jackson. Lost one of their starting safeties in Kenny Vaccaro. Lost their starting nickel in Desmond King. So they've lost 9 damn core pieces, in my opinion. So a lot of turnover for them. And I think both games are going to be very winnable games. I think we're going to end up splitting the series with them. And so I'll say we lose the game when we're on the road, and I'll say we'll win the game at home. I think at the end of the day, I mean, what do they do the best? They pound the rock with Derrick Henry. I'm looking at our team. We haven't improved the run defense enough, man. I've been screaming for us to get a defensive tackle to help stuff the run. Brandon Dunn ain't going to do it. We signed guys like Vincent Taylor, Jaleel Johnson, and DeMarcus Walker, and those guys are all right, but they're not good enough to stop Derrick Henry. Of course, you need multiple guys to stop Derrick Henry, but it's got to start from the interior of the defensive line. And I'm still not confident in that, so I think we're going to take the L here, unfortunately. Unfortunately, fuck the Titans. Fuck the Titans. Doves. Y'all confident versus the Doves. Y'all are confident. Okay. Texans win the division with a bad record. That would be crazy, huh? That would be crazy. Could we win the division? Could we be the NFC East last year? Get in with like 8 wins? Probably. Titans going to take a step back. Jags ain't getting nowhere. Colts probably could take a step back with Carson Wentz. That's a very volatile quarterback right there. Tyler Dre says, how long do you think Henry has completely ran into the ground? Probably a season and a half, man. Probably a season and a half. And unfortunately, that's just how running backs are, man. Especially when you're a big dude like him. Takes a lot of hits into his knees. It's tough. James says, Davis Mills' breakout game gets the win and the whole fan base will love him. Y'all think he's going to start by week 11? Woo! Aaron Jackson says, we going 6-11. I think that's a pretty good outcome for us. If we were 6-11, I think a lot of things would mean they would be going right. I would love to hear, what record are we currently at in this stream? In my opinion, we're at 2-12 going into week. No, not 2-12. There's no way we can be 2-12. 2-8, I think. Going into week 12. That math don't add up. But we did have a bye. We're either 2-8 or 2-9. But I think we have 2 wins at this point. Jets, though, that should be our third. Come on now. Come on. It's the Jets. I think they have some reasons to be optimistic, but at the end of the day, they're the Jets. They've got a rookie quarterback in Zach Wilson, rookie head coach in Robert Saleh. There's still not a lot of talent on that defense, in my opinion. Still lacking some pieces in terms of on that offensive line to make really a balanced team. Missing a run game, so I think the Jets should be a dub. I think it'll be close, to be honest, closer than we'd like to expect. I think it'll probably be 7, maybe a 10-point win for us, but probably a 1-possession win. But we're at home. I think we'll take the dub versus Jets, so that's our 3rd win of the season. But I did want to ask y'all another question. And my question is, what week do you see Davis Mills starting? If at all. You can put what week you see him starting. You can say 2022. You can say never. You can say week 1. What y'all think? Y'all are saying all dubs in the chat. I like it. We can win. Oh, okay. We definitely win versus Jets, man. Come on. That's why the Colts took Quiddy, lol, to stop Henry. At least try, lol. Quiddy's so nice, man. I'm so pissed that he fell to them. So pissed. That's unfortunate. That's a great pickup for them. Great value. Great player. Christopher McCoy says, even with the change to the 4-3. For us or for the Jets, were you talking about, Christopher? If we 2-9, they can start Mills. For me, and I know y'all answers about to start coming in here for me in a second about Mills, but for me, it really comes down to, how ready he looks. How ready he looks in practices. If he's picking up the mental aspect of the game, then I think you can start to throw him out there, whenever that starts to happen. You obviously don't want to throw him to the fire too early, and when he has to process that mental game a little bit too much. But on the same kind of note, or I guess on the other note, you want to get as many in-game reps for him as possible when you deem him ready, because you got to know what you have with him, man. You got to know what you have. I don't think Davis Mills, if you don't see him play any games this year, he can't stop you from taking a quarterback next year. He really can't if you don't know what he can do versus NFL talent. And a lot of the issues that he has right now, check out the 2 videos I made on him on the channel if you haven't already, 2 film breakdowns. But a lot of the main issues that he has is stuff that will only get better with more in-game reps. Let's remember he only played 11 college games. And so things, when you see him be really antsy and poor versus pressure, when you see him kind of unnecessarily scramble, when you see him run into sacks, when you see him not being able to read certain defenses that are pretty common, to see, that's stuff that will get better with in-game reps. And that's not going to get better with him just holding the playbook on the sideline. So I think eventually this season, you do got to play him. But let's see what y'all think. Week 12, Josiah says I'd say week 5. Ooh, that's early. Week 5 is early in my opinion. But hey, if he's picked it up by then, do it. Base says week 12 if the record is as you predict it. Fair enough. I like that call. If you're doing good, 2022. But if you're bad, probably 9. Okay, Chris. Okay. I like it. Sam says he starts in the last 2 weeks of the season to get a great gauge of his performance. I think that's definitely a thing. Like, even if his playbook knowledge isn't up to 100%, if it's like above like 75%, 80% in the last like 3-ish weeks, I say you just throw him out there, man, just to see what you got. Cyanide, how you doing, my guy? I'll do a quick recap of the wins and losses from the schedule. Damn, we're already at 35 minutes. I gotta go through this quicker. I got other things to talk about, and I gotta leave in 25 minutes. So let's do a quick recap from my boy Cyanide. You late, but I ain't mad at you because you're one of my supporters.
We are ready to rock.
All right,
in Houston.
speed through this. Too fast. Oh, never mind. Okay, I said dub versus the Jags, L versus the Browns. I think I said L versus the Panthers, 1 and 2. L versus the Bills, 1 and 3. Dub versus the Patriots, 2 and 3. L versus the Colts, 2 and 4. 2 and 5 versus the Colts. 2 and 6 versus the Rams. 2 and 7 versus the Dolphins. 2 and 8 versus the Titans. 3 and 8 versus the Jets. Now we get to the Colts again. And I think, again, this is going to be a close game. We are at home. T.Y. Hilton's still fucking going to be here and blow up in energy. It's not going to be frustrating. I think it's a winnable game, y'all. I do. I think it'll be probably a one-possession game, but I think the Colts are going to sweep us this season, unfortunately. I think they're the best team in the AFC South. I think they are. So, unfortunately, I think we're going to go Seahawks, week 14, probably 3 and 10. They didn't get a whole lot better this year, and they lost guys like Shaquille Griffin, their starting cornerback. I forget if they re-signed. I think they re-signed KJ Wright. They lost Jerron Reed, their defensive tackle. So they've taken some hits, and I think this is a very winnable game. I think it's going to come down to the last drive. But with my thinking here is a lot of the close games, they're driven by quarterback play. Deshaun Watson plays, I'm confident we take this dub. But when you're ranking Russell Wilson versus Tyrod Taylor / Davis Mills, I mean, who's going to show up in the clutch for you? And so that's why I think the Seahawks are going to take this game, because I do think it'll be close, but I think Russ will make the game-winning play. So 3 and 10. Jags at Jacksonville. Very winnable game. I think week 15, Trevor Lawrence will definitely be looking better than he did in week 1. And so it makes it a much tougher game, especially you're in Jacksonville. I think things could start to be clicking for them. Things hopefully are clicking for us as well. So it's tough, man. It's tough to predict this one. Before I predict this one, I want to see what y'all saying about the Seahawks and the Colts. L's, dubs, close dubs. Okay. You gave a dub to Texans versus Panthers. Yeah, I changed my mind on it, Sergio. I was thinking an L. Originally I gave a dub versus the Panthers and an L versus the Patriots, but I think I'm flipping my mind on those. But they could go either way, in my opinion. Dub. Y'all are confident versus Seahawks. Okay, I like it. I respect it. Jags. Ooh. Fuck it. I'm going to say it's a dub. It's a dub versus the Jags. That's 4 wins. It's the Jags. Jags going Jags, man. Come on. Way too early prediction is that it's a dub. So that puts us on 4 wins on the season. Week 16, we got the Chargers at home. Chargers, man, they're an up-and-coming team. I think they're going to be a very good team. I think they're going to compete for the playoffs for sure. One of those wild card spots. And I think it's going to be an L, man. Justin Herbert takes another step in his development. We'll see how he does without Pep Hamilton. But I think he's probably going to be, okay. Pep's giving him the baseline, the fundamentals. And he'll go good from there. And then they added Brandon Staley, man. So that defense that has always had talent. But now they get the mastermind to put it all together. To put Joey Bosa, Derwin James, Nazir Adderley, their cornerbacks. To put all those guys together and be something finally, man. Whew. I forget the cornerbacks they signed. Oh, Chris Harris Jr. That's who it was. So I think that's going to be an L. That makes us 4-11 if I'm doing my math. On the bye. Week 17 at the Niners. This will be a tough game as well. I think Trey Lance could potentially be playing at this point, or they're still rocking with Jimmy G. Who knows? But the Niners are a solid team. It'll be interesting to see how their defense falls off potentially with losing Robert Saleh. I don't think it'll be too much, to be honest with you, as long as their stars stay healthy, because if their stars stay healthy, that's still a very formidable defense. And so I got an L here as well, especially at San Fran. What y'all got? Dubs. I see a lot of dubs, and then Jason says an L. I'm assuming that's for San Fran. Y'all are confident. Y'all are some confident MFs. I like it. I mean, you gotta have confidence. Honestly, all these games I think are pretty winnable. So touch. All right, week 18 versus Titans. Final week. I think it's a dub, man. I don't think the Titans will be in playoff contention really. I don't see that happening. I think there's some better teams in the AFC, so I don't even think they're gonna make the wild card. Week 18, man. I said we lost the first one in Tennessee. I think we're going to take this next one at home. So I think that puts us on 5 wins. 5 wins is good, man. That's probably on the higher end. I think a couple games that could swing our way as well is that early Patriots game, like I said. Yeah, that's probably it. That would make it 6. That's probably where I would see it potentially. Games that I think that I said I was maybe too high on. I think we could lose that second Jags game. I think we could lose this second Titans game, but I'm more in favor of us winning those, man. Yeah, that's my little quick schedule breakdown. I guess it wasn't quick, but that's my thoughts on it, man. I think overall we got a pretty tough schedule. I think it's the third toughest. That's what people are ranking it. Experts are ranking it. Thank you for the recap. I appreciate it. I got you, Cyanide. I got you. The chat thinks we win in every damn game. God damn. But yeah, that's the schedule. Quick look at it. My prediction would be anywhere from 3 to 5 wins, in my opinion. I think that's probably the most realistic. And that's okay, because we don't need to win games in 2021. We need to go get that top 5 pick. We need to go get a chance to add some premium players to this team. Some guys who are going to be all pros, guys who are going to be on this team for over 10 years. Whether that's Kayvon Thibodeau, the edge out of Oregon, whether that's Spencer Rattler, the quarterback out of Oklahoma, whether that's Sam Howell, the quarterback out of UNC, Desmond Ridder out of Cincinnati, quarterback. A lot of guys, man, and we're a year away from it, so the names that you're seeing at the top of the board right now that are being mocked to the Texans, it could change a whole lot. But I want to ask y'all before I move on to my next part of this stream is, who's your favorite for, the pick? What player do you guys want next year with our first round pick, likely top 5 pick? 5 dubs won't get us the first overall, I assume. 5 dubs would probably be 3rd pick. Something like that. So I feel like it's usually teams are like 3 wins is like the number 1 pick. 2 or 3 wins, and then you add this extra game, so that kind of makes it tough as well. They might get an extra dub. I don't know, man. 5 wins is, it's probably pick 3 to pick 5. That's probably what it will put us at. That might end up on a little bit more optimistic side. I thought I was going to go in and say 3 wins, but I think a lot of these games are winnable. Spencer Rattler says, yo, Jason wants Stingley. I love Stingley, man. I love Stingley. Joris wants Thibodeau. Ooh, those are the 3 top guys as of right now. Spencer Rattler, quarterback of Oklahoma. He is an elite athlete, can make all the throws. He has some Mahomes-like moments where he throws it across his body with a weird arm angle, on the run. Like, he's crazy. He definitely has some really high moments. Everyone hates his ass, thinks he's a jackass from the show that he was on, Beyond the Lights or something like that. Came off as a complete jackass, and that's always the comment that I get when Spencer Rattler's name is brought up. So hopefully he can mature and get past that reputation. But yeah, Stingley, cornerback out of LSU, the next big time cornerback, kind of a Ramsey type of talent, Jalen Ramsey. So that would be definitely nice to have. We need a lockdown cornerback, man. And Thibodeau's your next Chase Young, that type of talent. Freak athlete. He's like 6'5", 260, long arms, powerful. Has some really bright moments. His ceiling is super high, so I understand it, man. A puncher in the second. Hey, man. Best special teams in the league. We got the players for it. We just need the kicker and the punter. Let's do it. What up, Ramuchas? All right, next thing I want to talk about is rookie minicamp, because rookie minicamp is happening this weekend. We get to we get to hear about Davis Mills, Nico Collins, Brevin Jordan, Garrett Wallow, and Roy Lopez, and then your favorite undrafted guys, the 2 wide receivers, Damon Hazleton out of Missouri, and Marlon Williams out of UCF. And then there's 2 interior offensive linemen, something Green and Ryan McCollum, I think. Those are the guys from Texas A&M. So I think those guys have a better chance of making the team than the wide receivers do, in my opinion. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see how we pump up Davis Mills. I'm excited to see some Nico Collins touchdowns in the end zone on some fades, jump balls. I'm excited to see Brevin Jordan looking all athletic as mighty hell, but probably a little bit raw in my opinion. I'm not too much excited for Garrett Wallow. I hope Roy Lopez can be something. I think he can. I believe in his game more than Garrett Wallow, but I hope Garrett Wallow can be something. Yeah, the other interesting things about rookie minicamp, if you missed it, is that we've got 2 guys that were given kind of like tryout periods, and they're in the secondary. First one is Clinton Dix. So he's been a safety. He's bounced around from Bears, Packers, and he was a camp guy for the Cowboys last year. He didn't make the team on the Cowboys, but he is 1 year removed from being a solid, starting safety with the Bears, or was it the Packers last? I think it was the Bears last. He was solid for them. So I think safety depth is something that we do need. I think, isn't Clinton Dix going to try out too? Yes, sir. Clinton Dix. That's what I'm talking about. Safety depth is something that we need, because you got Jay Reed, you got Lonnie, but the third safety is kind of up for grabs. Is it Eric Murray? Is it AJ Moore? Is it Terrence Brooks, the guy we signed from the Patriots? If it's one of those guys, are we confident in them? I'm not. I like Eric Murray better as a safety than as a nickel cornerback. I've been saying that since we signed him to the horrible deal last year. But I would love to get someone else. I would love to get a better player. And the third safety, man, that's becoming kind of more of a starter like nickel corners are. So that's interesting. Oh, I forgot George. George, are you still in the building? I'll get you to call in on Discord, because you are a Texans Thoughts team member. You're not team member. Well, you are a team member, but you're also a team leader. And team leaders, if you want to support me, you can join it for I believe it's $10.99 USD a month. And you can get to call into the streams, you get to talk with me, you get to rant about your Texans, say whatever the hell you want. And yeah, it'll be a fun time, man. It'll be a fun time. Bum, bum, bum. Is George here? I'll message you on Discord. I'll see. What else was I going to talk about? If you want to call in. All right. He's here. All right. Rookie minicamp. What was I going to say? The other guy is Shaheem Carter. That is another guy that we're giving a tryout to. I don't like it. Just add more DBs. I think we could use some DB help. We didn't add any in the draft. And so now's our time to add a little bit more competition. Why can't I plug this shit into my mic? Where is it at? There it is. There we go. My bad, y'all. Hey, yo, what I miss? The best. I just looked through the Texans' schedule, and I think we come around with around 5 wins. I could see less. I could see as low as 3. I could see as high as 6. I think 5 is probably where I'm going to go with. But we got a Texans Thoughts team leader in the building, George Hernandez. Shout out to you for supporting, as always. And we're going to get your thoughts on the Texans schedule. Sam Houston, thank you for joining the Texans Thoughts team. I appreciate you, my guy. I believe you're new, so I'm going to show you how to get to all this exclusive content. That is so great. So if you want to go to my channel, you hit, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. But as a Texans Thoughts team member, you go to my channel, you go to the community tab, and here you'll see links to the Discord, you know, some of the other videos that I made just for members only. I'll post a new link to the Discord after the stream if this one doesn't work. But yeah, thank you for joining, my guy. Thank you for supporting. I hope you like the new perks. But we've got George here.
Film don't lie.
George, how you doing, my guy? And he ain't here. Or maybe I just can't hear him, but it doesn't say that he's speaking. So we're going to talk a little bit until we get George here. Shaheem Carter was the other DB that we're bringing to rookie training camp, rookie minicamp. And he was a cornerback out of Alabama. He's kind of more of a slot guy. So I think he's going to compete with, you know, John Reed, Vernon Hargraves for that backup slot position. And I like it. I like bringing in more guys. Young guy. He still has some upside. So, yeah. The best says, who you think is going to start in week 1 against the Jaguars at QB? Probably Trevor Lawrence. That's probably going to be the move. Probably. George, wait. Oh, okay. I see your mic moving now. Maybe I just can't hear you. Oh, shit. Why can't I hear my boy George? Why does it have to be about win-loss? It doesn't. The win-losses don't matter whatsoever, Slim. They don't matter because we know we ain't likely going to make the playoffs. We know it. But I just want to predict it because people love to predict that sort of stuff. All right, George. I don't know why I can't hear you. Let me edit my audio settings and see what's going on. I don't know how to do that. Not mute, not deafen. John Reed is our quarterback of the future. John Reed, he gonna play quarterback. God damn. We haven't signed Davis Mills yet. Wait, we have Trevor. Who? What? Trevor who? We got Trevor Lawrence now? That would be nice. Why can't I? Okay, I'm gonna close Discord and come back, George. Because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going on. Y'all can still hear me in the stream, right? Disconnect. Call back in. Nope, still can't hear you. Oh, I think I know exactly what I did. I muted my Discord notifications, and so I think that might have muted you, unfortunately. John Reed is a cornerback sign. Yeah, he ain't really our quarterback of the future. Ryan Finley is the quarterback of the future. Who are y'all more confident? Are y'all more confident in Ryan Finley or Davis Mills? Let me know. Okay, Discord, turn that on. I shouldn't honestly do anything different. It says it's picking up my audio, but it's just not picking up my George's shit. I apologize for the loud and clear. All right, we're good. Give me. Hold on a second while I try and get my boy George in here. Let me disconnect. Let me call back in. George? Yeah, you talking. I can't hear you. I have confidence in John Weeks. I can hear you in the call. Yeah. Reese is the quarterback of the future. I like it. Input. That's all video and voice. Where's the audio settings in this? The last few things on the menu for tonight are... What is on the menu for tonight? Oh, I want to talk about the Dolphins, and I want to talk about the Eagles as potential Deshaun Watson trade scenarios. Y'all find it a little interesting that the Dolphins haven't signed their main rookies yet? Y'all find that interesting? Because that's interesting to me. I think what I mentioned before is that if they don't sign their free agents, their draft picks before June 1st, hey, they can be involved in that June 1st trade. User settings, is that it? Voice and video. Output volume is good. Input volume? George? Output. I don't know what has changed because nothing has changed on my end, and I could hear you before when we were on the draft. IT Thoughts. IT Thoughts is failing, man. It's failing. Wait, why did Discord just close? Oh my goodness. Don't get me excited. Man, I know. My bad. I think the Dolphins are still in it, though. I think they would be. But what also was mentioned, I think the odds were made of... Oh, okay, let me try the general. Good call. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, nope, don't show me that again. This working? No, goddamn, what the hell? It's, you already know it's something real dumb. Speakers are going through, so the volume is up. It's not that. Can I listen to other videos? Is it just... Yeah, okay, I can listen to YouTube videos. I hear stuff coming to that. But I don't hear nothing else. Alright, that's interesting. What's George saying? Start the call, join the call. See if that works. Can I hear you now, George? No, I cannot. Do you know where audio settings are, George, by any chance? Ooh, I found it. Output device? Speakers. No. Wait, say something? Damn it. I apologize, George. I really do apologize. Sam, thank you for the $5. He says, speaking of Deshaun, some Houston radio guys heard a settlement ain't happening, whether that's on Deshaun or Busby.
Cool guys don't look at explosions. They blow things up and then walk away.
Yeah, so it was reported by some, I forget who it was. Someone reported that Deshaun was going to settle. And then Benjamin Albright said, no, sir, he ain't settling. So don't look like he's settling. Deshaun believes in himself and that he's not guilty of the allegations. And I sure hope he's not, because they're horrible allegations. And yeah, I guess we haven't seen settlement stuff about that, Sam. So I think you're right. I think it's probably both as well. Why can't I hear you, George? I don't know why. But what I found interesting was that the Eagles have the highest odds. Can we get Turtle Cal? I don't have the video saved on my PC. It's only on my Mac. But I'll get that to y'all. Oh wait, actually maybe I do actually. Turtle Cal. I think I might have transferred it. Turtle. Nah. Damn. I did. I got it. Okay. How do I... I'm trying to get y'all the Turtle Cow video. Share my screen. Does it pop up there? It don't pop up there. God damn it. Alright. I can't get you the truth. I have not been able to figure out that. I'm trying to figure out so many things. IT Thoughts is failing y'all, and I apologize. But I'm surprised 62 people are still here. So thank you. Thank you for that. Didn't say it wasn't going to happen if it wasn't on their terms. I honestly haven't been following it too much because it's been a headache, and I just want it to be done with. George says the only reason Busby is doing this is to get a settlement right, so probably Deshaun's camp. Yeah, probably. That's probably the most likely thing. How's the Eagles cap, though? That's a good question, Cyanide. That's a good question. They do have the highest, maybe right-click and check the user volume. Okay, let me try that. Any Discord experts here? Right-click, user volume. It's halfway. So it's not like it's too low. I think it's just something to do. Let me unplug headphones. Plug them back in, and I still can't hear George. All Are there ways to like see where your audio is coming in from? Because I can go, if I go to app settings, I go to voice and video, I see voice settings. Input device is my mic. Output device are the speakers of my mic, which is what I have my headphones plugged into. So that should be it. I've tried all 3 other options and that still ain't it. So I'm very confused. Very confused. Phoenix says Deshaun is still ugly. Still an ugly Franklin the Turtle looking ass. Alright, you didn't say that part. I said that part. So I tried Discord from my phone and my computer. Yeah, I don't think it's you, George, because I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. But I didn't change anything on my end, so that's why I'm very confused. And Ryan ain't here to try, and Jay's busy, so I don't know who else could try. Texans suck. Colts the best team. Fuck out of here, Amir. Fuck the Colts. Can we get a fuck the Colts for this dude Amir? Why ain't this working? So Discord has been fucking up the last couple of days. Oh, you think it's Discord's fault? That would make sense. It ain't me. It ain't TexansThoughts' fault. No. Nope. Because I literally haven't changed anything since last time when we were able to do this. Reset Discord. Unplug my mic. I don't know. I love that y'all are just vibing here with me, though. I appreciate it. Disconnect. Reconnect. No, sir. Maybe there's something about this channel settings. Permissions. No, you got permission to speak. I mean, you can hear me though, right? Okay. So I did want to talk about the Eagles having the highest odds to land Deshaun Watson, and it was interesting to me. I mean, they do have the draft capital now because they. Okay, George can hear me. Fuck. So it's just on mine. So it is something with me then, probably. Unless it's just like, we're gonna blame it on Discord. I'm gonna try and get that figured out for y'all for next time. And I'll try again here in a couple minutes, George. But I want to talk about the Eagles really quickly. What type of trade package they could put together. I think Jalen Hurts probably needs to be in there, right? And then at least 2 first-round picks, maybe 2 second-round picks. If that's what you can get out of them, that's not too bad. Impeach the Colts. How y'all have Rivers and still ain't get there? Lol. Rivers is underrated, man. Rivers is underrated. Check for an update. I'll check after the stream. Thank you, Black Matter Lives. I came late. What's going on, Dylan? We looked at the Texans schedule. I gave him around 5 wins. I think 5 wins is a good, prediction for them. I think I can see as low as 3. I can see as much as 6. So I went with 5. Eagles. Jalen Hurts. I watched some Jalen Hurts games the other day. I watched his first game versus the Packers. He looked like a rookie, but he made some nice throws, man. Beautiful touchdown throw on the run. Keeps his eyes downfield. Little touch ball was beautiful. And then I watched another game versus the Cardinals, and he had a good game there. What really stood out to me about Jalen Hurts, he's got all the athletic abilities that you want. He's got a solid arm. Not amazing, but a solid arm. But what really stood out to me is how damn good he was on 3rd and 4th down. He was just money on 3rd and 4th down. So while he was lacking in some areas of the mental game for sure, but when you have that natural ability to be clutch on 3rd and 4th down, man, that's something that's hard to teach. That's something that comes with either 10 years in the league or you just have that from birth. So I like that about Jalen Hurts. He's definitely got a lot of things that he needs to clean up. And the Eagles were a horrible situation for him last year, so I think he can look better here with Devontae Smith and Landon Dickerson helping him out. But that'll be interesting, man. I think he would be a solid quarterback. He can be a franchise quarterback, in my opinion. Amir getting the window. Amir getting put in a timeout. Put a user in a timeout. Peace, Amir. Peace. You get the virtual window, my guy. You getting the virtual window. Yes, sir. Timed out for 300 seconds. I don't even know how many seconds that is. Isaiah Daughtery, I believe that's how you pronounce it, but I'm probably wrong. 68 watched now, but only 24 likes. Come on, y'all, hit the like button. For me, it says 34 on my end, but come on, y'all. We could use some more, man. We could use some more. Why not? Did y'all talk about the Texans-Cardinals game? Yeah, I did. Unfortunately, I think we can see... I see us losing it, but... It's gonna be a fun game to watch, man. A lot of emotions in that game. A lot of emotions in that game for sure. For sure. I am really sorry, George. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what else to try to get to be able to talk to you. There's nothing about video. Discord. Audio issues? Audio not working. Sound settings. Bum, 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 bum. Sound, master volumes up. Choose your output device is that. Choose your input device is also the microphone. Oh, George, can you come back here for a second? Come back in the Discord. Hop in. Call me on Facebook. I ain't calling you on Facebook. Mainly because whenever I try and do Zoom or I try to do StreamYard and the PC just didn't want to work, man. It just didn't want to work. Try Discord one more time. I'm in the call and stream channel. And I'm gonna try some things. Where'd the settings go? Give me a second here, y'all. I'm trying to get our Texans Thoughts team member in the building. It would be input, right? Choose your input device. That would be sound coming in. Oh, I found it. George, I think I figured it out. Is George in the Discord thing? George, I think I figured it out. I went to the sound settings. I hit advanced sound options, and the app volume for Discord and for Skype and everything was down. I don't know why. Hello? Let's go.
Yo, did you fix it?
I fixed it.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Okay, we got George. He's a Texans Thoughts team member. Team leader.
Team leader, buddy.
Team leader. You got to get that title right because he's been supporting me for very long, and I appreciate that. So, my guy, George, first of all, how you doing? How's your Thursday?
Doing well, man. I'm doing well. Thursday's going well. Working on some market analysis right now. For some stocks, some bonds, just normal everyday stuff.
Damn. Market analysis, huh? That's some fun stuff, man. That's some fun stuff. Apparently now the people can't hear me. Or that it's gone down a little bit. Your volume dropped. Volume sounds better now. Oh. Okay. I didn't do anything, so hopefully it's fine. Okay, you said doing market research, stocks and bonds stuff. Okay, that's good. Just a normal work day. Nothing too crazy, nothing too high, nothing too low. That's good. Let's get into your thoughts on the Texans schedule, man. First question, win prediction. Give me a number.
Man, so I've gone back and forth with this number a few times. And I think the biggest question mark for me is who's under center?
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking Deshaun Watson? Are we talking Tyrod Taylor? Are we talking Mills? Are we talking Finley?
Oof.
A lot of question marks. And I feel like this is a 2-win team, and this is also a 10-win team, because the one thing that Nick Caserio has been consistent about is bringing in competition. And I think a lot of these veteran guys are going to want to stick around for for a little bit, and so they're going to play like they want to be here.
Yeah.
In the offseason, there was a lot of talk about, how are people going to, when this whole Deshaun Watson trade news broke, no one's going to want to come to Houston and this and that. But what a lot of those, major media outlets forget about is the love for the game. And when people have a love for the game, if a team is giving you an opportunity, they're going to play their hearts out for it. And if it's a long-term deal that you can play for, they're going to play for it. So I think having that sort of competition, all up and down the roster can be beneficial to us. So like I say, they could be a 2-win team. They could be a 10-win team. It's kind of hard to put a pin in it because, Look at what was it, 2019, I think it was. We were 0-3 and then
Yeah.
rattled off 9 wins in a row. I mean, you just don't know. One of the biggest problems with the Texans over the last couple years is inconsistency.
Yep.
You don't know who's going to show up on Sunday. And that is probably one of the most frustrating things about being a Texans fan
Yeah, and
is that they could go in there and blow somebody out. They could drop, what was it, 57 on the Titans a couple years ago, you know,
mm-hmm.
but then go and blow a, 20-point lead a couple weeks later. So it's like you just don't know who's going to show up on Sunday. And I think a lot of that had to do with the culture, and I think now that we got some culture guys in there and we have sort of uh you know, a culture of if you want to be here, we're going to keep you here type deal, you know. If you show that heart and the determination to play, then we'll keep you.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of question marks right now, man.
That's
And with
exactly
all
right.
these reports coming out of Deshaun's not going to settle, and this is going to go to litigation. I think this whole Busby thing coming out about the NFL's not giving them the time of day, or they're treating some of these women with a total lack of respect, or whatever it was that came out.
Mm.
I see in the near future, 2 to 3 weeks from now, probably right before OTAs, Deshaun's probably going to go on the commissioner's exempt list, and he's probably not gonna play. To be honest, I think this is kind of playing into his hands, so to speak, because while yes, it is a shitty situation, he's also kind of getting what he wants in that he doesn't have to play under center for the Texans anymore.
Definitely.
So it's like in a roundabout crazy way, he got his wish, but is this really how you wanted to go about it?
Definitely not. Definitely
So
don't think that's his best case scenario.
so it's like I just, too many question marks to be able to say right now, today,
Exactly.
how many wins we're gonna have this year, this season. I'm optimistic,
Yeah.
I'll be realistic. We've got some good, we're building towards good depth. There's definitely some playmakers out there. I will say, one of my favorite sort of offseason moves was bringing in Haha Clinton Dix,
Ooh.
for a tryout, man, because I think this dude still has some juice in the tank, and I think he's a scheme guy. But I think he still has the skill to play the game. He was on the NFL top 100 for a couple years, as voted by the players, and a lot of players around the league have a lot of good things to say about him. So, you know, players just have bad years, man. And
It
I think
happens. It's tough.
yeah,
It's tough to be
it's
consistent in the NFL year after year. And yeah, I liked a lot of the points you brought up, man. I think about, one of our biggest issues over the years is inconsistency. I think, like you said, part of that's, part of that's coaching. Part of that, I think, is also, injuries and lack of depth. We've never really had good depth, and that's what Nick has been trying to build, right? So that can help it as well. I think you're absolutely right in that it's pretty early because there's so many question marks to give a definitive answer. 2 wins, 10 wins potentially if Watson plays. I can see that as well being our ceiling for sure. So I hear you, man. It's early in the process. We got a lot of the offseason to go through, a lot to learn, and I'm excited to go through with y'all. I want to give a quick thank you to Cyanide for upgrading your team membership from member to leader. And so next stream, I'll try and get you in here if you're available, and we'll get a good talk in. But yeah, man. I see where you're coming from, George. It's gonna be a long off season, man.
Yeah, I mean, with rookie minicamp around the corner, and then you still got some time till OTAs and mandatory workouts. And from what I'm understanding, a lot of the players are opting out from some of the, the what
The
is it,
voluntary ones, yeah.
voluntary workouts and things like that. It's it's gonna be a long off season. I will say this, just before or right after the stream started, it looks like Collins,
They got signed.
Brendan and Roy Lopez all signed contracts, so we
Yeah,
have them, pen to paper. They're ours.
they are ours. Who's okay? So we got rookie minicamp this weekend. Who is the one? If you can only pick one, which rookie are you most looking forward to?
Nico Collins.
Nico Collins. Let's
Not even,
go.
not like there's just no. to compare it to all the other picks, man, like there's just no comparison. Um, his ceiling is really, really high. I mean, and even his floor is high. And I feel like this guy is one of those just playmakers, man. Like those guys
Yeah.
that you see on ESPN top 10 every weekend making some ridiculous ass catch. Your Odell Beckham's, your DeAndre Hopkins, you're just these guys that make these insane catches. I think um his hands are ridiculous.
Yeah, he's a
The way
highlight
he
reel,
the
man.
way
He's a
he
human
attacks
highlight
the way
reel.
he attacks the ball, the way he high points the ball, um, even just some of the spit like the turning, those fade routes that he just happens to catch. Like, I mean, everyone used to say when D Hop was here, you throw it up to D Hop, it's not 50-50, it's
Yep,
80-20.
exactly.
I think Nico definitely has that potential. We're probably not going to see it this year, because it's hard. I mean, even D Hop's first year, you know, being playing on the other side of Andre Johnson, he didn't get too many looks, but that year two, year three, maybe
Hmm.
we'll get a good quarterback under center, someone that's willing to throw it up to him, someone that builds that chemistry over the offseason. I
Exactly.
think I'm really excited about this pick. I think Nick killed it with that pick. Um, I think if I had to choose one, it'd be him for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely
and
gonna definitely gonna cop a Nico Collins jersey. That's for
oof,
sure.
oof, that's gonna be cold. That's gonna be gold. Shout out to Tyler Collins. He said he was gonna get me a jersey because his last name is Collins. We got one for Nico, and so he said he's gonna hit me up with a jersey. So I appreciate that, Tyler, if you're listening. But yes, definitely I'm with you on that one, George. Excuse me. Oh, I don't know what that was. But Nico's my guy. He's the pick I'm looking forward to. I think you're absolutely right, man. Them jump balls. He's a human highlight reel. Strong hands, good body control, like you said. Like he twists and turns his body to make a dope catch. So I'm excited to see him, and I think you're right in the sense that it's all going to come down to quarterback play for him. Like he was still able to like put a, I think it was like 700 something yards with shitty Shea Patterson. And so if you give him a better quarterback, he should have had 1,000+ yards in college. And I think he can do similar stuff to that in the NFL with a good quarterback. So let's see who he has the best chemistry with, man. Is it Tyrod Taylor? Is it Davis Mills? Is it Ryan Finley? I think what's interesting with Davis Mills is if you watch him at Stanford, he loved his go-to wide receiver, Simi Fehoko. And Fehoko, very similar to Nico Collins. They're both six
They are
four.
very similar in their play style and the way they attack the ball, and I think um, them building that confidence together, I think it could be something very good. My only fear is Mills being a rookie quarterback, is he going to become overly dependent on him?
Mm,
Throwing into double coverage, and hoping that, he makes a catch. That's my only fear, is because those are the mistakes you see with a rookie, is
yep.
forcing it to your guy. I mean, we saw it with Watson when he would try to force it to D Hop. So, even the best, are subjected to sort of the rookie nerves, and the rookie growing pains.
Definitely, definitely. I hear you. And on that note, what's your kind of ideology for Davis Mills and when you start him? Do you want to see something out of him in 2021? Do you think okay, whenever he seems ready, just give it to him, whether that's week 1 or week 16 or whatever, or do you want to just
Um, so
sit
it'll
him for
be interesting to
2022?
see how he does in the offseason, playing against other players of his caliber, and seeing how he does with an NFL scheme, and how he adapts. Learning the playbook, learning the routes, learning the calls and the signals, being able to read defenses, I think is key. And that it's really tough, man, when you're crafting a rookie quarterback to sort of just kind of throw them in to the fire, and throw them into the deep end of the pool and just say swim.
Can't do it.
Um, you can do it with some, you can't do it with others. We did it with Watson, and you know, I mean, he swam his ass off. I mean, look at that game one versus Cincy where he started. It took him a while. It took him about 2 quarters before he finally came online, and he was like, okay, I get it.
Yep.
Um, I don't see that in Mills. I think Mills is gonna need development. The only upside to that, he's learning under Pep Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so for me, it, the situation with Watson is going to be everything. Is he going on the commissioner's exempt list? Are we going to trade him after June 20, or was it June 1st or June 21st? I think it is.
Yep. June 1st.
June 1st. You know, so I do you really want him learning under someone like Tyrod Taylor? You know, it's I mean, there's a lot of question marks. Personally, I say let him sit for a year. Um, let him get the experience of being in a 17 game season and doing 17 weeks worth of, weekly preps for the game and understanding. Um, Tyrod is good enough to get you a top 5 pick.
You mean
He
like bad
may
enough
win
in a sense?
you
Yeah,
good enough, bad enough.
yeah,
I'm not gonna say the guy's bad. He's an NFL quarterback.
yeah, yeah.
Like he's good enough to get you a top 5 pick. So, let's say you start the year off with Tyrod, you're looking at maybe 3 to 4 wins. And even then, it's kind of a crapshoot. Honestly, I think giving him the time to develop, Mills could be something. But I mean, people were saying the same thing about Blake Bortles, and he was chosen what, number one overall?
It's
And
tough,
that
man.
guy was absolutely atrocious. That
Quarterback
dude was throwing
evaluation
off the foot interceptions.
is
Like
bad.
it's 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 like shoot. It's just like finding a needle in a haystack with these quarterbacks, man. You know,
It is. It's the
and
toughest,
it's
toughest
the once the
toughest
lights
position.
are on, and you got guys in your face. Not everybody can handle that. You know,
Definitely.
so we'll have to see.
We will have to see. Quarterback definitely the toughest. I mean, it's the toughest position to play in the NFL. So of course it's going to be the toughest to evaluate um, going forward. But Sinai says Ryan Finley is good enough to get you a top 2 pick. Definitely, definitely, my guy.
Hey, he'll drop 40 points once a year.
One time versus them Jets versus them Jags something. It'll come, man. I hope Ryan Finley can be great too. I hope he and Davis Mills can both be guys that you trade for in a package and you get first round pick, second round pick, something like that. That'd be great.
You
Father
guys
Griffin
in the chat are killing me. I know somebody that does hot stone massages. Jesus.
Hey man, let him know. Slide into them DMs, my guy. He'll answer. Father Griffin says not looking forward to these QBs in the next year's draft. Yeah, so far they're not. It's not the greatest class. You've got Rattler, Howell, Slovis, Ritter, Malik Willis is getting some talks. I think Emily Bates is another name that people have been bringing up. But it's so early in the process, man. And every single year, there's at least one quarterback, and sometimes they're the best quarterback in that class that just comes out of nowhere. Zach Wilson this year, Joe Burrow the year before, Kyler
Some
Murray.
guy out of some small school that no one
Yeah,
talks about
at an
that throws
obscure state
for,
university. Like, yeah.
5,000 yards and, 40 touchdowns or something ridiculous.
Yeah, so there's going to be someone. Do you have a favorite so far, George?
Man, honestly, I've been so focused on what's going on this year. I have not had a chance to
That's
look
fair.
at next year's
Yeah.
prospects.
We got time, man.
I will say this. A lot of people are going to be high on Spencer Rattler. I'm not.
Oof.
I've seen him play. Um, I think he's a product of his environment. He's a product of Alabama.
Lincoln Riley, great.
Um, yep. And I think with Billy O over there running things in Alabama, it should be an interesting year. Um, it should be an interesting year to see what goes on over there.
For sure.
His attitude is what gets me. That's
Yeah.
not something to grow out of really easily, especially at this stage in the game. That ego, that it's hard, man. It's hard to
Mm-hmm.
grow out of that. And so
And you
for
can't.
me, you I don't see players rallying behind someone like that. And
That's
I
what I was
feel
going to say.
like
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are going to sit down with him. A lot of, general managers and, scouts are going to sit down with him and they're going to immediately see that. So
Mm-hmm.
I
He's got to
think
grow
I
up,
think
man.
I think people are going to be high on him and he's just going to start falling down that draft board.
Oof. He going to be failing them interviews. He's going to be
Yep.
failing them rock, paper, scissors tests. It ain't going to be pretty. Yeah, no, I like your point that guys aren't going to rally behind, like a egotistical asshole that's kind of harsh, but that's kind of what Spencer Rattler comes off as. And so, people can change. I'm a believer in that. But it's very, 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 very hard. So I hope for the best for him. I hope he can be as great as he can be because at the end of the day, we want more great quarterbacks, more great players to be options for us. We want to be picking from the best damn class ever. But yeah, I understand your skepticism behind Spencer Rattler. All right. Thank you, George. I wish next time we'll have more time to talk, but I'm already 25 minutes longer than I was supposed to be here, and so I'm late.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Let's
we
do
got
it.
it all
Yeah.
figured out, and we'll
Appreciate
talk
it.
some more.
Appreciate you bringing me on.
Of course, my guy.
And as always, it's fun. So
Yes, sir.
we'll see
Have
you
a good
next time.
weekend, my guy. We'll talk in this.
All right, brother. You too.
All right. All right. That was George. He was a Texans Thoughts team leader. Shout out to, we got 2 new members today, and we got another leader in Cyanide. Cyanide, are you in the Discord? I don't know if I've seen you in the Discord, but you might have a different name, so that's why I didn't recognize you. But if you're not in the Discord, let me show you how to get in there. I see our boy Houston made it in, so shout out to you. Thank you for joining, my guy. Cyanide, go to my channel here. Go to community, this tab, home, videos, playlist, community, and then hit that new link to the Discord, man. Join the Discord. I'll give you permissions to become a leader. You'll see your name in bright gold. You'll be able to call into the stream. Thank you for joining, man. Thank you for, not joining, but thank you for upgrading. Thank you for always supporting me. You've been a big time supporter, and I appreciate that. But that's going to do it for the stream, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all have a good weekend. I just got on. What did I miss? Robert, you're late, my guy. You're late. It's been an hour and a half. I'm sorry. We went over the Texans schedule. I think we're going to get as low as 3 wins, as high as 6. My guess is probably 4 to 5. I talked about each game one by one. You can go back in the stream and watch that. I talked about Ricky Minicamp. Looking forward to Nico Collins, Brevin Jordan. I hope Davis Mills can be damn Tom Brady. I really hope he does, but if I'm a Ben man, nah, probably not. Got 2 Davis Mills videos up for y'all. Film breakdowns versus UCLA versus Colorado on the channel. Check those out. And then I talked about, Dolphins. I think it's interesting that they still haven't signed their top rookies. Tevin Jenkins, Jalen Waddle, Javon Holland. Those types of guys, they haven't signed them yet. Could be added to a Deshaun Watson deal because they haven't been signed. So that's interesting, something to look out for. Eagles, top odds to land Deshaun Watson in a trade. I think they have the draft capital now. They have a potential quarterback that we would want in Jalen Hurts, and that allows us to go get Kayvon Thibodeau, go get Derek Stingley, someone like that. So that's interesting for sure. Wouldn't be mad about it. I like that there's more options. So hopefully Deshaun would be willing to go play in Philly and waive that no trade clause. But yeah, that's what we talked about today. Hope y'all have a good weekend. I'll see you Thursday, as always. So take care. Come back for more.